everyone. So it is still currently Halloween night. It is like 10:23 right now, and I wanted to get this started so that I did not forget to start working on it. But this vlog is going to be basically for my NaNoWriMo vlogs. I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna try to do this for my November writing vlog for the month, because my hope with NaNoWriMo is that I can get a lot of projects done within the month, because what I am planning on doing is every day within November working on some aspect of each of the projects I have. Now, I haven't filmed this yet, but I will be filming my October writing vlog this coming weekend, like the first weekend of November. But if you guys watch that, you'll know that at least I've started working on a couple extra projects that are basically going to be submitted to a literary journal that I hope to have done before the end of November, as they are both due November 26th. So I'll be working on those two. One is a creative nonfiction, one's a literary fiction. Then I also have my mystery novel, I have my poetry collection, and I have to start doing my research for my urban fantasy series. Those are kind of all wrapped into one. So starting tomorrow on November 1st, I'm going to start working on some aspect of each of those projects within a day. So basically what that means is, like, one day I might work on my novel and my poetry collection, or, you know, the next day I'll work on my research for my urban fantasy series. I'll work on my creative nonfiction, I'll work on my literary fiction, you know, some kind of combination of something along those lines every day throughout November. I'm making it a priority because this is a great month to do that, and this is a good way to keep me motivated to continue working on it, as the last couple months I've been slacking because unfortunately school's been a little difficult, but I think I've gotten in a really good schedule that I can figure this out and power through the end of the semester, as I have a little less than a month and a half left. So I'm trying to get as much done as I can within NaNoWriMo, and hopefully by the end of the month I will have finished 3, maybe 4 of those projects, and then the other one would obviously be just continuing doing research on the things I need to research on for my urban fantasy series. But my hope is that by the end of the month I will get the creative nonfiction done and submitted, the literary fiction piece created and submitted, finishing up my mystery novel that I've been working on for almost 4 years now with the first draft, and finishing the first completed draft of my poetry collection, which is getting a whole new revamp. Anyway, that's enough of an intro for me for right now. I will talk to all of you guys properly on November 1st when I get to start working on the novel, because tomorrow I am focusing on writing, I think, 5 chapters of my mystery novel after I get done with homework, which is going to be quite a bit, but I'm going to, regardless of what happens, stay up and work on that. I have a lot of work to do tomorrow because I was gone for a couple days due to the concert that I went to. Right now, I'm going to sit and read Game of Thrones because I'm very behind on it, and I want to try to get it done early in the month if I can, so I can get to my other books. So I'm going to call it a night. I will see you guys tomorrow properly on November 1st. Hi, it's me again, still on Halloween night. I just checked back on my last writing vlog to make sure I didn't forget anything that I wanted to make sure I mention, and I did forget that I still have my conference paper. So that's like 6 projects. So to quickly recap everything, I have my mental illness conference paper, my mental illness and young adult novels conference paper, my mystery novel, my urban fantasy series, my poetry collection, the literary fiction piece, and the creative nonfiction piece. I'm gonna die. Hello everyone, it is properly November 1st, and it is currently 5:53 p.m. I have a very long to-do list before I can do any writing today, but the writing that I do plan on doing today is working on, I believe, 5 chapters of the mystery novel, which is gonna take a long time. Like, I'm probably not gonna be able to get to it until like 11 o'clock, and it all depends on how quick everything goes today, because I already finished one thing on my list, but I have to take notes for my theater history class that I didn't get to take on Wednesday when I was gone. I have to read a play, I have to take a test for my French class that is due Friday. I have to take some notes for that and do some worksheets for that. I have to read some stuff for my English class and do the discussion board, and also work on a creative response, which won't take me, I think, very long, but it's writing a poem, so it might take me a little bit of time. I'm not quite sure. And yeah, then I also have to work on my makeup morgue for my stage makeup class because that's part of our grade, which if you don't know what a makeup morgue is, it's basically like a collection of pictures that you use for inspiration for characters that you are doing the makeup for, basically. It's like basically a collection of pictures. Then I also have to edit the tag video that I was supposed to put out Tuesday but didn't get a chance to, and get that uploaded. Then once I can get that done, I will start working on the book and hopefully read Game of Thrones more so tonight, but I'm not quite sure. It's going to depend on how the night goes. If at all possible, I might get to it, but I'm not going to count on it. Anyway, that is going to be it for me right now. I'm going to try to get as much work done as I can before the end of the night. I'm going to really try my best to not get too distracted. I do have YouTube videos playing on in the background though, so more so for background noise, because I really cannot deal with no background noise when it comes to doing my homework. It's just something I've kind of gotten used to growing up. So I am going to try to get all this stuff done as quick as I can. But I know the longest part for me is probably going to be the reading aspects, which is reading the play I have to read and the two things I have to read for my English class, which are something by Martin Luther King Jr. and by Malcolm X, as this is an African-American English literature class. So yeah, but anyway, I'm going to stop talking and hopefully get all this stuff done before 11 o'clock tonight so that I can spend some time working on my book. So jump forward to about a week later, I realized that I never talked about how on Saturday, November 3rd, I ended up writing a full chapter of my mystery novel and also retitling some of the poems that I plan to write for my poetry collection. Flash forward from Saturday to almost a week later. It's currently November 8th at 6:09 p.m. and this week has been a whirlwind of crap. I have been swamped with homework and different things, so I haven't really had much time to write, but I am going to make Saturday a writing day. Last Saturday was supposed to be a writing day, but some things kind of got in the way and it was hard for me to sit and write. So I've made it a point. I've told Robert, I've told my family, I need to be left alone the entire day because I want to sit and write. I don't want to be bothered. I don't want people to interrupt me when I'm doing my writing. What I plan to do on Saturday is work on several chapters of my novel, work on several poems, work on my conference paper, which is now changed. They're calling it a symposium as opposed to a conference because we don't have a lot of submissions, to work on my two other pieces, my literary fiction and creative nonfiction piece, which shouldn't be too bad. I think it's just going to be a matter of me actually writing those stuff down, and also for the conference/symposium piece. Right now I have to get some homework done because I'm very behind. I have to do a lot of stuff. I also have to edit my October wrap-up, which I'm going to do probably first so I can get that done and have it start rendering, and then I can upload it tonight before I go to bed. I also have to edit a different video, probably as a break between different things that I'm doing tonight, which some of it I might push off to this weekend. I think I'm going to be able to do that. There's a couple things I know I need to get done tonight, but other things I can definitely wait to do until later this weekend. So anyway, I'm going to go for now. Hopefully I will talk to you guys Saturday, but I'm not quite sure. It's going to depend on if I remember or not.
Hey guys, so it is currently 9:36 in the morning on Saturday, November 10th. I'm finally going to get started with some writing. I've woken up maybe about half an hour ago or so, and I've got my coffee, and Mom's sitting next to me, or going to be sitting next to me. She's currently grabbing more coffee. She's going to do some work while I do some writing. I do need to edit a video at some point today, but I think I'm going to wait until a little bit later today to do that. I have one currently uploading now, which is my November TBR, and the first thing I'm going to start working on is my conference paper because I need to get that done since the conference is literally a week from today, so I need to get that done. And then I also need to make sure that today, for sure, I write and finish my two other pieces that are going to be sent out to hopefully be published. So that's my literary fiction piece and my creative nonfiction piece. So that's my hope, is to get those three things done today. The rest is kind of icing on the cake if I can get to it, which is like several chapters of my novel, several sets of poems for my poetry collection to kind of see if it's going to work out the way I want it to. That's kind of the plan for today. I don't know if I'm going to get to all of it because I have to go help Mom with a photo shoot later today, which we have to go drive to, and we are also going to probably dye my hair today. I will update you guys once we are getting ready to go to the photo shoot today. So it is currently almost 11 o'clock, and we decided that we were going to leave a little early for the photo shoot so that Mom can go do a couple things before it. So update on what I've gotten done so far. I did write the entire introduction of the conference paper, which is great. It's probably the hardest aspect of that entire paper. Now I just have to go through the other 3 sections and then it will be done. And the introduction looks really nice. I like how it is. And then I kind of just have to test it out in terms of reading it aloud because I'm only given like 10 or 15 minutes to read the piece. So that's kind of the big thing. I may even say I'm not going to read the introduction. I might read a certain section of some kind at the symposium. So there's that. But yeah, so far so good today. Hopefully I can get more of it done today before the end of the day and then work on the other 2 pieces I need to do, which probably won't take me as long since they're supposed to be shorter, but we shall see. Hello everyone, it is 9:38 in the morning on Sunday, November 11th. As you guys can probably see, my hair is very different than how it was yesterday. It's because last night I dyed it. It's like a bluish black color, but there's still some red in there from some spots that I missed, or that my mom missed, but I like it. I like how I look with dark hair, and I kind of wanted to go back to it. But to update you guys as far as my writing progress, so yesterday I ended up writing the entirety of my conference paper, which is done. I'm really proud of it, what I've done with it, and I'm really happy to present it next week. And that's pretty much the extent of what I did, but today what I'm planning on doing is writing my 2 creative pieces. I decided to put off the other several projects I have to next weekend after I am done with the conference, because then that'll be done. I'm going to have my other 2 pieces looked at by a couple friends of mine, and so then it'll basically be waiting to hear back from them, and then I'll be submitting those at the end of the month. So yeah, next weekend after the conference, and I have to go get my nails done after all that, I'm going to stay the night at home Saturday night and work on my other projects, which will be writing like 10 or 11 chapters, I think, of my novel, which doesn't usually take me that long to write each one, and working on the poems, mostly just where I want to get to. I'd like to try to get several of them done, but I have to like actually write them all down first, because I think that's going to be the most effective way for me to go about it, is to write out each poem and like fix them there, then transfer them to my computer. And then also probably waiting to do any research on my urban fantasy book until after Christmas, because I'm hoping to get a bunch of them for a bunch of the texts I want to get for Christmas. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to quickly edit and upload a video and then work on the 2 creative pieces and then get some homework done before I leave to go back to school today. I don't have anything going on today to where I need to get back at any certain time, so that's really nice, and that way I can get everything done so that when I go back, all I have to do is just go get groceries and sit and relax for the rest of the evening, which will be very nice. And hopefully I can get through some Game of Thrones, because I'm still very behind in my reading schedule. I'm like 200, 300 pages behind. Fantastic. My mother says, "Oh no," in the background, if you didn't hear her. So I'll talk to all...
I know what that means.
Yeah, it's never a fun time. But anyway, I will talk to all of you guys later today once I can get the 2 creative pieces done. Hey guys, so a little bit of an update for you. It is, I think, almost 9 o'clock at night right now on Sunday, and I didn't get a chance to update you guys earlier before I started doing some videos right now. So I basically got all the writing done this weekend I wanted to get done, so I'm so excited. So I got my conference paper done, I got my literary fiction piece done, and I got my creative nonfiction piece done. The last 2 are sent off to my critique partner for them, and I'm so freaking excited. I finally got my writing stuff done, so I'm so happy. And I've gotten a lot of other stuff done this weekend as well. I'm just really proud of myself because I finally had a chance to get my writing juices flowing, and I'm so freaking happy. Next week I do plan on writing a ton more. I'm planning on writing about 10 or so chapters of my novel, working on several sections of poems, basically just writing everything down that I want to, and also maybe doing a little bit of research for my urban fantasy novel, but I'm not quite sure on it yet. Anyway, I'm gonna get to filming a bunch of videos, and I'll talk to all of you guys later. Hey guys, it is almost noon on November 27th, and I'm going to call this writing vlog here because I am not going to have enough time to write for the rest of the month. So far this month I haven't really done a lot of writing, unfortunately. I wrote maybe 2 chapters out of the whole thing, and I'm a little disappointed because I thought this was going to be a lot bigger of a writing month for me, considering it was NaNoWriMo, but unfortunately I didn't have a lot of time. I did, though, also, besides writing the 2 chapters, I did rework my poetry novel a little bit. I have some ideas working for that. I did my 2 literary pieces, which I didn't end up being able to send in because I missed the deadline for both of the publications, unfortunately. One apparently was on November 1st, which I wasn't aware of, and the other one I went to submit it yesterday when it was due, and they had already closed the submissions, so I didn't get a chance to submit those, but that's okay. I'm going to hold on to them at least, though, because in the future I may end up publishing them somewhere, hopefully. I really like both of them a lot, so I would like to be able to try to get them published at some point. So, and then as far as my urban fantasy series, I know what I need to do with that. It's just I don't have the time right now to sit and focus on it. So I think I'm going to push working on that off and doing my research until I'm done with school, because I have enough things to worry about and I don't need to add more stress to myself by researching stuff for a fantasy world that I'm creating for fun. So it's just, I can't do it right now, but yeah, so that's kind of all I've really been able to do this month. It's been really crazy with school and everything, and then the holiday, which I was going to do a lot of writing during Thanksgiving, but I didn't get the chance to because I had 50 million other things I had to do at home. I do, though, have only a few weeks left of school. At this point, I am almost halfway through the week, so I have like 2.5 weeks of school left. And so I hope that December will be a little better for my writing, because I don't have as many assignments to do before the end of the semester, before finals. So I think I have a lot of time next week, the first week of December, to do some writing, but we'll see. I still think, though, I can at least finish the first draft of my novel before the end of the year. Anyway, that's enough from me. For right now, I'm gonna enjoy my lunch before my class starts and do some reading. And I will talk to all of you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.